Melissa, I want a divorce.
Huh? What's wrong with you, Ben? What are you talking about? You're gone for 3 days and then you finally contact me. And that's what you say?
I was racking my brain over this the whole time. I have to be true to myself, but then again, if I say it, there is no turning back. But I finally made up my mind, and before I lose confidence in myself again, I decided to come right out and say it.
Oh yeah. So why? What's the reason for this sudden life-altering decision?
Yeah. Well, there's this girl. And I kind of like her. No. I love her and I want to marry her, so... Her name is...
Tammy, right?
Huh? Why did you...
You're really dense, aren't you? I knew a long time ago that you and my little sister Tammy were sneaking around behind my back. I wanted definite proof, so I even hired a private investigator to check you guys out.
Huh? But how? Where did we screw up?
Actually, it was pretty easy. Tammy wasn't really discreet about the relationship. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure she wanted me to find out.
You're not serious.
She would upload photos to Instagram, sort of hinting at the relationship. You should check it out for yourself.
Hinting? What do you mean? I saw those photos. There is nothing outrageous.
Look a little closer. There are little messages in there. There's one where you turn it upside down and it reads, "I love Ben." Just the other day, she uploaded a photo with the caption, "Dinner with my boo," and I could see her reflection in the wine glass.
Holy crap! Are you serious?
Like I said, I hired a private investigator to check you guys out and to collect all the evidence. I'll give you that divorce, but you will pay for it. Literally.
Pay for it? You mean pay compensation?
Bingo! If you were racking your brains to finally come to a decision, you must have thought about that.
But Tammy said, you being her sister, she was sure that you would not go that far. They wouldn't demand compensation.
Sorry to disappoint you, Ben. Reality is a bitch. My lawyer will draw up papers for the compensation demand. It makes no difference if you're family or not. You have to face up to the consequences. You're living at Tammy's place now, right? I probably won't get much out of you with your meager salary. But my lawyer will be visiting you, so I suggest you take his advice. Or this thing will go to court and it will just cost you more time and money, and less time with your beloved Tammy. I urge you to do the right thing.
Hey sis, how are ya? Did you get a call from Ben yesterday? You knew about the divorce. Shocker, huh? So, did you think about it? When did you decide this is gonna happen? Sooner the better.
You're being a bit hasty, don't you think? You can't make a decision about these things in a day or two. It's more complicated than that.
All you have to do is sign the divorce papers and submit them. That's it, right? What's so hard about that? Doesn't seem too complicated to me. You're just dragging your heels. You don't want this divorce. He doesn't love you anymore. Just give it up, for God's sake.
Am I experiencing deja vu? A repeat of yesterday?
What are you talking about?
Compensation.
Huh?
You guys are planning to blow everything open one of these days anyway. I'm sure you thought about compensation. That's what a husband usually does when he cheats on his wife.
Oh, come on, Melissa. Are you serious? You're going to demand money from your own sister?
Reality is a bitch. Sister, ex-husband, demanding compensation in such matters, it makes not difference at all.
Am I hearing you right? I'm your own flesh and blood, for God's sake.
You guys went behind my back and had an affair. Legally, you're obligated to pay up. Family or otherwise, life's a bitch.
Yeah, you already said that. All right. Ben will probably work things out anyway. Have it your way.
My lawyer will be visiting you guys soon, so I will expect full compensation for stealing my husband away from me.
Hey sis, Tammy here. Hey, the compensation was deposited into your bank account already, right?
Yeah, I confirmed it yesterday, so I submitted the divorce papers right after that.
Great, thanks for that. You know what? We already submitted our marriage registration at City Hall today.
Wow, that was fast.
Not fast enough. I wanted to be Ben's wife for so long, and that day has finally come. I'm ecstatic. Boy, oh boy, you don't know how happy I am. This is a dream come true for me.
I'm actually grateful. There was no need to take this to court. That would have been a complete hassle, to be honest.
Huh? Court? What are you talking about?
Nothing that complicated. Actually, I was thinking of divorcing Ben way before you guys started seeing each other. But if he refused and we had to go to court, it would have taken time and money. It would have been one big hassle. But just my luck, you guys started to see each other behind my back, and eventually Ben came to me begging for a divorce. Man, what a stroke of luck.
Oh, really? Actually, you sound more like a sore loser to me.
Can I ask you something, Tammy?
What? I'm actually feeling great now, so yeah, ask away.
What was so great about Ben? What was it that attracted you to him? Seriously, I really want to know.
Huh? Well, it was...
It may seem kind of strange for me to say. After all, I was married to him, but... Seeing all your past boyfriends, Ben just didn't seem the type that you would, you'd be attracted to.
Oh my god, Melissa, never thought I'd see the day that you'd be so totally defeated.
Defeated?
I mean, you make him sound so disagreeable. He's actually a really cool guy. Very reliable if you get my meeting. You're like a dog with its tail between its legs, scampering away.
Okay, I see. Well, I got what I wanted, so I have no complaints. All that's left is for him to gather up his things here and move out. Then we are completely done.
Huh? Hold on a second, Melissa. It's you that has to gather up your things.
Huh? Now why would I do that?
Come on, sis. That house. Ben bought that house, right? It's in his name, right? The house is way too big for you alone. A nice little 5-bedroom house with a garden and a patio. What I've always wanted. I plan to have Mom and Dad live there with us, so we're getting ready to move in, so I would appreciate that you move out as soon as possible. As you know, Mom and Dad don't get along with you, so no way we can all live together. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, Mom and Dad have always been on your side. I hated that environment growing up, and that's why I left home after graduating from high school.
Yeah, so you're aware of the situation, so I need you out of that house as soon as possible.
But you're forgetting one important fact. This house, it belongs to a friend of mine, a married couple I'm very friendly with.
Huh? What the hell are you blabbering on about?
My friends are currently stationed overseas. They are stationed over there for 3 years, so they asked me to look after their home until they return. But they're scheduled to return in 2 weeks, so I'm currently getting ready to move out.
Hold it a sec. Wait, what?
When Ben and I got married 2 years ago, he was well aware of the fact.
You're kidding me!
Hey, Melissa. Please pick up. Let's get back together. Please. I told Tammy and her parents that my part-time job paid $1,200 a month. They almost crucified me.
Wow, I saw it coming, but that was fast.
They all thought I was a full-time worker at that office. And at that house that your friend owns. They thought it was mine. That I inherited or something. I don't know where the hell they got that idea. That house is huge. They figured I must have a good paying job to be able to afford such a house.
Boy, you really haven't changed.
This isn't funny! What am I going to do? After that, they made me sign the divorce papers and kicked me out of the house. I'm staying in the park by the school now. What am I going to do? Could you come pick me up? Please, Melissa. I have no one to turn to.
The park by the school? That's right near where my folks and Tammy live. No way I'm going down there. I really don't want to be anywhere near them.
My folks live really far away. Besides, after I said I was going to divorce you, they cut ties with me. They said they never want to see me again. I have nowhere to go. I'm going to have to sleep right here in this park.
There's a Days Inn down the block. Get a room there.
I would, but I have no money.
Huh?
I quit my part-time job yesterday.
Wait a sec. You quit? Why'd you go and do that?
Well, Tammy said we would be living with her parents once we got married, so I figured she meant she wanted me to live with her folks at their home. If I was to live at their house, well, it takes more than an hour to my job, so I thought I would look for a job closer by. But they were getting all packed and ready to go to that house, the one your friend owns. They told me that the house they were living in was only a rental, and they terminated the lease on both the house and Tammy's apartment today.
Okay, let me get this straight. You thought you were going to live with them, and they thought they were going to live with you. Got your wires all crossed. Now you guys have nowhere to live. That about right?
I paid your compensation as the lawyer instructed. Otherwise, it would go to court, and I don't have any money to hire a lawyer. How did I even get myself into this mess? The only option I have left is to get back together with you.
You're not serious. Not on your life.
Huh? But I have nothing.
Now that it's all come to this, ever since the company you worked for went bankrupt, you've been content with that part-time job, not bothering to look for a real job. My take-home pay was way better than yours. You treated me as if I was your ATM machine. Always asking for handouts. I was getting sick and tired of it. I wanted to divorce you even before I found out you were cheating on me.
Please, give me another chance. I'll look for a full-time job right away, so please help me out here.
A little late for that, don't you think? I never want to see you again. See ya!
Please, Melissa, don't abandon me. I'm sorry.
Melissa, you there? You said you were moving out of that house. Where are you going? Give me the address, right away.
Excuse me? I have no reason to tell you. Why would I even tell you guys?
If you don't tell us, what are we supposed to do? Sleep in the park?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I really have to go.
We were planning on living in that house. We already terminated our lease on the house and I moved out of my apartment last week. So we have nowhere to go. So, the only place we have left is to live at your new place. So come on, give me your address.
That's not going to happen.
Huh? Why is that? I can't believe you. Your family's in trouble and you're not going to give us a helping hand? You're cruel.
You really think I'm going to help a sister who stole my husband and my so-called parents who encouraged her? Who in their right mind would help people like you? Family or otherwise. Anyway, we cut all family ties, right? You people mean nothing to me.
Okay, then I will reinstate you as a family member. How's that? We could be one big family again. So tell us where you're moving to.
Sorry, but I would rather you not reinstate me. I have no intention of being part of this so-called one big family.
Huh? But...
Besides, the place I'm moving to is my company dormitory. I can't have strangers sleeping over.
Huh? A company dorm?
Yeah, it's a woman's only dorm. There are strict rules, especially regarding unauthorized people living there. There's a custodian in the lobby that checks employee IDs.
What? When did all this happen? Why you? Why do you get special treatment? What about us?
What's the problem? Just find another place to live. Lease a house or get an apartment somewhere. Maybe you can get Dad to ask his company. I'm sure they have employee apartments, temporarily even. He should get advice from his company. I'm sure they'll help him out somehow. Mine did.
Dad quit his job last month.
Excuse me?
He thought Ben was making loads of money, so he figured Ben would support him and we could live in that big house. He didn't think it was necessary to work anymore, so he retired early. He got a paltry retirement pay, but after paying you, well, there was not much left.
My God, you guys really screwed things up.
What am I gonna do, Melissa? Please help us out. It's the least you can do.
Please, don't come begging to me for help.
Huh?
I will say this one last time. I have no intention of continuing any family relationship with a sister who stole my husband and parents who backed her up. I have no family. Simple as that.
Come on, please, Melissa, we're family. Don't abandon us.
After that conversation, I thought that was the end of it, but the next day, my sister and my parents came barging into my office demanding to see me. Fortunately, I was not there. I retired from that company years ago. That was my old place of employment. But they still accused the receptionist of lying and insisted that she bring me out. They continued in this vein for hours until the police were eventually called. A relative was finally located and had to come to the police station to bail them out. They reluctantly returned to this relative's small farmhouse in the countryside. The relative's house is quite a distance away, so I will probably never see them again. As for Ben, he talked his way into a friend's place for a few nights, which apparently turned into a few weeks. On top of that, his friend borrowed money in his name and, one day, just up and disappeared, leaving him holding the bag. Well, he ended up being in debt to some scary people. I hear he's working his butt off at one of their warehouses somewhere. Not a very promising environment to be in. I would hate to be in his shoes. He's still young. Maybe he'll make it out alive.
Ruth? What the heck do you think you're doing getting married before me? Isn't that a little insensitive of you? Everyone knows the cutest sister should get married first. There's a proper order to these things, you know. You need to respect that. It should be illegal for someone as ugly as you to get married before me. Ugh, I wish you'd stop trying to ruin my life already.
Is that really you, Sharon? I almost didn't believe it when I saw the message. It's been that long. What do you want? Why are you messaging me out of the blue after all this time? I don't know what you mean by the proper order of things, but surely anyone would be free to get married whenever they want to. And really, how exactly am I trying to ruin your life? Isn't this all a bit dramatic?
It's not dramatic because you are. You really are.
How? I'm not even in a relationship.
It's pointless trying to hide it, I know. I know you guys are already making plans for the wedding day.
I just told you I'm not even in a relationship. That means I'm single, you dummy.
Whatever, liar. Liar, pants on fire. I'm the one who should be getting married first. Do you understand? Me. I'd be a laughing stock if my cave troll of a sister got married before me. I'm the beautiful one. Why can't you consider my reputation for once? I have to be the first one to get married.
You are aware that if you have a boyfriend, you guys are free to get married whenever you like, right? I'm really not stopping you. In fact, I'm rooting for you. You go, girl. You can complain at me till you're blue in the face, but it isn't gonna put a ringer on your finger, you know?
Duh, I know that. But I'm still not letting you get married first. This wedding is not going ahead.
You're right, it's not. Because as I keep trying to tell you, I'm single.
Ruth, I heard that you're planning on getting married without mine or Sharon's permission. Is this true? This wedding is not happening. I won't allow it.
Huh? Oh lord, not you two.
Excuse me?
I have no idea how Sharon got into her head that I'm getting married, but I can assure you I'm not.
Liar! She said she saw you, so there's no point in lying. We know, Ruth.
I see. So you also intend on completely ignoring everything I say and causing a huge fuss over nothing, huh? Good grief, you two haven't changed a bit.
Regardless of what you say, it's only right that Sharon be the first one to get married. Can you imagine how upset your beautiful sister would be if you got married before her? What with your face being as unfortunate as it is. You're a grown woman and you need to start thinking about your little sister's reputation in the eyes of the world for once. She'd never heard the end of it.
I said this to Sharon too. But if she has a boyfriend, she's free to get married whenever she likes. I'm not stopping her at all, and she doesn't need to worry about me one bit. Being senselessly harassed by my estranged family over an imaginary wedding is kind of annoying, and I'd appreciate if you stopped.
Excuse me?
Wasn't I clear enough? Try this instead then. Leave me alone.
Hey, sis! I found a 100% foolproof guaranteed way of getting married before you.
What? Are you really still going on about this? Aren't you bored yet? Don't you have anything better to do than pester me? Over something that doesn't even make any sense, no less.
Well, you're still making plans for the wedding, aren't you?
Like I told you countless times, I'm single and I have no plans to get married.
You're gonna love this. I hit upon a way to make you give up on your wedding and get married before you. You can consider this message as a declaration of war.
What exactly are you planning on doing?
That's for me to know and you to find out. The plan's going full steam ahead starting tomorrow, so you better prepare yourself.
Once more, I have no boyfriend, no fiancé, no husband, and no intention of getting married in the foreseeable future.
You little witch! You had no intention of giving up on the wedding in the end, did you? Why, you little...
What? Mom? Is this by any chance a continuation of your nonsensical ramblings about the imaginary wedding that you should have given up on 10 months ago? You still haven't let whatever this is go?
Don't ever speak to your mother like that, young lady! Like hell I'd give up on something so important! Anyway, back to the point. It's time for you and him to break up and go your separate ways.
Him? If you're talking about this imaginary boyfriend, or fiancé, or husband, or whatever he's supposed to be of mine, then I hate to break it to you, but I'm still single, just like I was back then.
The lies stop now, Ruth! I never raised you like this! I don't care how much you kick or scream, but this weekend's wedding ceremony is simply not going ahead. Cancel it! That's an order, not a request.
Interesting. That's the first I've heard of me getting married this weekend.
Listen, Ruth, here's the thing. Your sister Sharon is pregnant.
What?
This isn't going to be easy for you, but listen. And listen carefully. The baby is your fiancé's. There's no doubt about it.
What? Who the hell are you talking about? I just feel like a broken record at this point, but I'll say it again. I don't have a boyfriend or a fiancé. This person you're talking about doesn't exist. Really, what's going on here? I'm so confused. Have you been causing some poor guy trouble based on a misunderstanding? Please tell me you haven't.
Don't you dare change the subject, young lady! Sharon's already in the last month of her pregnancy.
What? You mean the baby's due soon?
That's right. Sharon, and not you, will be the bride at this weekend's wedding. You might not like it, but this is non-negotiable. Your sister is giving birth in 10 days. Give her your fiancé, now!
Ugh, how many times do I have to tell you? I have no wedding plan, nor do I plan on planning one, nor do I have a fiancé to give my sister. Not that this conversation would be any less weird, even if I was getting married.
How disappointing. I see you're still clinging to your desperate lies in a vain attempt to dodge your responsibilities to your family. If you don't stop this at once, I'm disowning you. You'll never speak to any of us again, I swear. There's no place for you in this family if you don't value your little sister's happiness. Disowning you is the only sensible option.
I really don't mind if you disown me. In fact, I'd actually be super relieved to never have to engage with any of you again. Would you do it? Would you please disown me? In any case, I'm not engaged to anyone.
Excuse me?
If there is a wedding being held somewhere this weekend, then I strongly advise you look into it a little more thoroughly before you turn the happiest day of some poor couple's lives into a nightmare. One thing I can tell you for sure, the bride at whoever's wedding this is not me.
Ruth, pick up the phone. What is this? What the heck is going on?
What do you want? Would you mind not spam calling me all of a sudden? I'm kind of at work.
Huh? You're at work?
I'm on a business trip to Seattle to negotiate with a major client.
Seattle?
The only reason I'm replying to you is because I have a little downtime in between talks right now. If you have something to say to me, then make it quick.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a sec. If you're in Seattle right now... I knew it. The bride at the wedding in Chicago just now wasn't you, was it?
Huh?
She was a total stranger. I'd never seen her before. Ugh, you tricked me, Ruth. God damn you.
Just hold on a sec. How on earth am I supposed to understand what's going on if you won't even explain it to me? You just come at me with a load of gibberish and seemingly expect an answer? Please tell me you didn't just crash some poor stranger's wedding. Well, where was it held?
S Weddings Community Hall?
Huh? S Weddings?
Obviously! I saw you and your fiancé, Alex Davis, going in there together about a year ago. Where else would it have been held?
Huh? Alex?
Not only that, but apparently he was seen going in and out regularly afterwards, too. What's more, a little while after that, I overheard him discussing the wedding with someone who seemed to be his friend at a cafe near the hall, and a date was mentioned.
And what date was today?
Yes! That's why I crashed the wedding while pregnant with Alex's baby. But he wasn't even there. I'd never seen the bride and groom in my life, and they were horrified. God, it was so embarrassing. When the security guards ran over and restrained me, the watermelon I had under my jumper fell out and smashed into little pieces all over the floor.
No way. You had a watermelon under your jumper to try and look pregnant?
I had no idea what was going on. I was in such a panic. I just hightailed it out of there as soon as I managed to get the security guards off of me.
You ran away?
Obviously. What else was I gonna do? Stay for the buffet? I'm with Mom right now at the Apple Hotel next to the hall. We've been staying here since last night in preparation for today. We're going home as soon as the heat dies down. I could hear police sirens after I escaped, so we're laying low for now. Oh my god, I can't tell you how embarrassing it was. Even just thinking about it makes me cringe. This is all your fault. You are the worst.
Ruth, this is bad. Help! Sharon's been captured by the families of the bride and groom at the wedding she accidentally crashed.
Could be worse. Look on the bright side. At least the cops don't have her yet.
What? Wait, do you know about this?
Listen, Mom. That wedding my sister just crashed, it just so happened to be the wedding of one of my coworkers.
What?
This includes a little speculation on my part based on what Sharon just told me herself, but here's why I think she made such a ridiculous misunderstanding. When she saw me walking into the S Weddings Community Hall with Alex Davis a year ago, I wasn't there to plan a wedding, but to hold a work meeting.
A work meeting?
I work for a large advertising agency that specializes in weddings. S Weddings are one of our biggest clients, and me and Alex, my coworker, regularly hold meetings with them to discuss upcoming proposals and leases on existing contracts. And as a result of knowing what a good company they are through work, Alex decided to get married at one of their venues. It was a small ceremony held only for close friends and family.
What, Alex?
Yes, Alex. You know, the person you convinced yourself was my fiancé. Sharon was under the delusion that she could somehow charm Alex before the wedding and stop it ever going ahead, which, needless to say, failed miserably. But not knowing when to give up and so hell-bent on being the first sister to get married, She hatched a plan where she'd try and convince Alex she was pregnant with his baby before ordering him to abandon his wife at the altar and marry her instead. Which is why she barged into the wedding hall screaming and shouting with a watermelon stuffed under her jumper like some escaped mental patient.
But she said Alex wasn't the groom after all. Apparently she didn't recognize anyone. Do you have any idea how embarrassed she was? That poor girl.
That's probably because this whole plan of hers was based on a fundamental misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? What kind of misunderstanding?
She still hasn't realized, has she? Alex wasn't the groom, she was the bride.
What? The bride?
Alex is a woman.
A woman?
She's always been a big girl. She was the national judo champion back in high school, tall as a giraffe with biceps like a bodybuilder. She typically only wears guyish clothes like baggy pants and blazers. I don't think she even owns a skirt. In her own words, I'm mistaken for a guy pretty much on a daily basis. Apparently, she started going out of her way to make it clear to people she's a woman after this whole incident with Sharon basically stalking her, though.
Alex is a woman? I can't believe it. How could this be?
I'll tell you how it could be. It could be because you both ignored absolutely everything I said at every opportunity. If you would have listened to me for just 1 second, this never would have happened. That's why my sister made a complete moron of herself in front of dozens of people. I had a feeling Alex and her family would probably be looking for the culprit, so I gave her a call. She was speechless when I told her it was none other than my little sister.
You told her? You little snitch! You ratted on your own sister! How could you, you demon?
She ran away without taking even a shred of responsibility for ruining what should have been the happiest day of my coworker's life. There's only one person in the wrong here, and it isn't me.
Ruining?
As a result of her gate crashing the wedding, the whole ceremony got cancelled. Sharon will most likely be forced to take responsibility in the form of compensation for the cost of the wedding and damages for the mental anguish caused by her abhorrent behavior. If I had to guess, I'd say she should be receiving some letters in a few days' time. Make sure she checks the mail.
Compensation? Damages? What?
Which is why I advise you to continue this conversation with Alex and her lawyer.
No, please! You have to do something about this. You're her friend. Surely you can make her see sense.
Nope, it's your mess, not mine. Fix it yourselves.
Ruth!
Goodbye. You would have thought Sharon would have realized she was making a misunderstanding at some point during the 10 months between hearing about the wedding and actually crashing it. Although maybe that would be putting too much faith in the reasoning abilities of someone who'd stuff a watermelon under their jumper and crash a wedding to steal someone's wife? A few days later, I apologized profusely to Alex and her husband for the actions of my family. Fortunately, they were both very understanding, but unfortunately, the reality of my sister ruining their wedding day would never disappear. Just as planned, Alex sued Sharon for compensation and damages for the cost of the wedding and mental anguish she caused. As if that wasn't enough, it turns out she also broke an expensive statue during her dramatic escape from the wedding hall, for which she was also ordered to pay a hefty sum. We're a single-mother family, and after flying the nest long ago, and now intentionally keeping my distance from the terrible two, our mom was the only person in the world my sister had to rely on. Then, one night it happened. My mom ran away in the night. With that, the crippling financial burden was placed squarely on Sharon's shoulders, and on her shoulders alone. Last I heard, she was spending her days wallowing in regret and complaining about how unfair the world is while working like a dog to pay off her debts.